Hi, I'm Chris. This is Miller Plays. It's time for something a little bit different. I'm going to do a rebuild, and this time it's a hands-off rebuild. Well, it's a little bit hands-off. I'll be doing all the transfers during the summer window, and then we'll leave it to fate to see how we get on. And we're going to be having a rebuild, a team that's in turmoil at the moment. I have signed 2 midfielders this week, but it's a case of the database I have didn't have that at that time, so they're not included, and they've started the season really badly. Poor old Hammers. We're going to go and rescue West Ham. Rightio then, here we go. We have a balance of 90 million. We've got a transfer budget of 45 million. A lot of this is because the transfer history is showing the likes of Declan Rice leaving, and we have a nice little 40-odd, 50-odd million difference there. So we've got a number of players that have been signed, but haven't really been signed this season. So unfortunately, it is what it is. But we'll take a quick look at the squad, and we can see organised it in potential. We have, 14 players? It is 14 players that have either decent ability or potential. Let's just click there. Thank you. Right. So we'll look to build a team around these, and I've already put some players on the transfer market that I could. Others like Souček and Emerson, Fotheringham, they've all recently signed a contract, so we can't. So one thing we can see is our number 1 goalkeeper, Alfonso Areola, is on the list, so that's going to be our first concern, is getting him. And then we look at what sort of our players we've got. A winger, a left back, defensive midfield, winger, defensive midfield, striker, 3 centre backs, defender, defensive midfield. So it looks like we've got some defensive midfield, some wing backs or full backs, and some wingers. And we have a striker in Pellegrini. So it looks like if we get a striker in, and then we can decide where Jared Bowen's best position is. He's quite decent on the left and right and up front, but looking at his attributes, probably not so much as a striker, but we'll see. So my initial plan's probably a 4-3-3, 4-2-4, something like that. I know we've got bits and pieces set up there as a 4-2-4. It might be that we go 4-2-3-1. Not too sure yet. So I'll now spend some time in the transfer market, see what I can do, and then just before the start of the season, we will come back and see exactly how we've got on. Okay, here we go then, season 1, and we have let go Alphonse Areola. He's gone to Olympique Marseille for 13 million. Cornet has gone out for 2.1 million loan fee. Agard 1.8 million loan fee. Andy Irving for 725. All of them have optional release clauses, so hopefully they do well and leave the club. We've also let Luciao out on loan to Pascal da Gama. In the meantime, we have brought in a number of players. It started with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's come in on a freebie, so a decent striker, 26, fingers crossed. He can show his true colours. Sergio Reguilón has come in as a left back. Chancel Mboima as a centre back. We've spent big money on Pietro Comuso, who is a young Italian centre back. David Calabria is coming as a right back. Lucas Chevalier has come in from Lille. Goalkeeper, 21. There wasn't a great deal around, so we spent big, and hopefully he's going to come in and do the goods. We brought in Jadon Sancho on loan, and then we signed Nelson Riper, a young German striker. He's 6'4". He's only going to improve, so we have certainly not done too badly there. So competitions-wise, we are in the Prem, the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and that is about it. So most disappointing, no European adventures for us this year. Finances, we've still got a balance of 60 million, 21 million in the transfer budget, and it's come up to the first day of the season, so my transfers have finished. The director of football can obviously make and sell players. FFP, we are fine there. Debts, yes, we've spent on Never Never, so we'll see what happens there. And projection isn't looking too great, but we'll see how we get on. So that's that. Tactics wise, we're looking at a 4-2-3-1 formation. I'm gonna clear that. That's the best, and we're gonna go with where is our boy Calvert-Lewin coming up top. We want him locked in there, and the other player I want locked in is my young centre back, wherever he's gone now. I'm gonna have to try and find him. There he is, Pietro Camuso. They're the two players I want locked in. I think Calvert-Lewin is going to be pretty decent there. We'll put Nelson Wiper on the bench, so we're locking in there. And that's our plan. Hopefully, Viper gets a number of games. Calvert-Lewin is our main man, and Pietro Camuso is going to be a very decent centre-back. I guess we ought to lock in Chevalier as well. What's his best position? That's fine. So that's that. We have... What have we done? The bookies think us 100-1 outsiders. Our best player currently is Bowen and Alvarez. So that's that. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle. The top four. We'll see how we get on. Right, let's sim the season. Okay, we're back and we finished 10th. Not great. So, who have we got? Yellow cards. Edison Alvarez. Did all right there, but goal-wise, our top goal scorer, not on the list. All in all, that doesn't look too good. Right, let's have a look at the squad. We'll go for goals. Callum Marshall on loan. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a cracker, didn't he? 11 goals. There's just no assists. That is just terrible. We need a massive, massive clear out this summer. Finances. So we've got a £50 million budget. Let's have a look at the transfers. So my last signing was Welper, so that's fine. And then if we look, we, as a club, sold Emerson. That's not the end of the world. I wanted to get rid of him. He's gone. Kelsey, Jared Bowen. Again, another one not playing particularly well. 4 goals. Reguilon went out on loan. Bartram and Earthy youngsters. Okay, but yeah, Jared Bowen, getting rid of him probably didn't help a great deal. So, all in all, oh look, knocked out by Oxford in the 3rd round, and Huddersfield. Cracker. At least Calvert-Lewin got a few goals there. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Start of the season with a bang. Played quite well. Lost to Huddersfield, and that seems to have changed it. Drew with Arsenal. Lost to Man United, Newcastle, Brighton. Bounce back month in November. 4 wins in the trot. December wasn't particularly good. January was hideous. Only a win against Burnley. Oh my gosh, look at this. From February through to April, no win. And just 6 draws. Oh dear. Turned it around at the end with 5 points. All in all, that wasn't good. I do see Nelson Wiper got a couple of goals, 8 sub appearances. Yeah, okay. All in all, That was pretty poor. Right, it's time for me to dismantle this squad and see if we can have a much improved following season. Wow, a busy summer indeed, and there's a little bit of business that's still going on. So we are just trying to bring in Lorenzo Luca, the 6'7" striker from Udinese. We've put a bid in, just waiting for him to sign, get his work permit, and we'll go from there. Transfers wise, then we've sold £226 million worth of player. So Reguilon went for 3.9. I think that goes up as well. Souček went out for 23. Mavropanos 33. Kuhlman 10.5. Walker Peters 21. Cornet 18.5. Couple of loans. Paqueta 53. And not one I wanted to do was Edson Alvarez went to Arsenal for 59 million. So that's two transfer windows on the trot that Arsenal taken a decent player that we didn't really want to sell. To replace all that, we brought in Amari Forson, a attacking midfielder. He came in on the cheap, 10.5 million. Kang-in Lee has signed as well, another one that can play pretty much anywhere. Tyrell Malacia, the left back from Manchester United, he's going to be coming in playing left wing back. We got Thiago Almeida, who has yet to appear in anything for us. He's away at the Olympics. Joachim Andersen, a centre-back, Danish, came in from Crystal Palace. He's 6'4", so quite decent there. Rome, Jadon Aduro, a backup goalkeeper. We've got probably our best signing, Hireli Sudakov, a Ukrainian international midfielder. He's just got some facial lacerations, so he's going to be wearing a mask in his first game. But yeah, a decent defensive playmaker or deep line playmaker. And then our last signing has been Beraldo, a Brazilian centre-back signed from PSG for 60 million. So all in all, we've spent 249, so a little bit over. Finance-wise, we've still got 35 million. That'll come down once Luca signs. The transfer debt has gone up a little bit. But I didn't do too many. It was only the first one, I think. First one or two signings, I did that, and then the rest we just left. So fingers crossed that'll come down over the course of the next few years. But it's a massive turnaround in squad, so team cohesion isn't great. We're still trying to get James Ward-Prowse out the door, but he's turned down Fulham twice. And now we'll just see how well we do, or how badly we do. And here we have it then. We finished 6th, above Manchester United. Look, 6th place, 68 points, 4 points above Man United. We're only 2 points off Chelsea, who managed to get a Champions League spot. So a much improved season. We see that Newcastle and Brighton both have Europa League, so that suggests they've gone on to win cups. And United still the Conference League spot. And Nicholas Fulcrew, 20 goals. He is our one and only man in the top of the stats there. But Nelson Wiper, 18 goals as well. So those must have been our two main strikers. Average rating, Fulcrew at 723 is the only one in the top 20. Assist-wise, Aaron Wan-Bissaka with 10, came second. Sorry, he didn't. He came in, second. And Tyrell Malacia with 9 came joint 10th. So it looks like our fullback's got some assists. Any clean sheets for Chevalier? He got 9 clean sheets, so not a bad season there. Right, let's have a look at competitions. Knocked out by Brighton in the quarterfinal and the 4th round. So we did well against Brighton, didn't we? They finished 11th. Like I say, they probably went on and won the cup. Who actually won it? Newcastle won the FA Cup. Does that mean Brighton? Newcastle won the Carabao Cup. Newcastle didn't have a bad season, did they? What did Brighton win then? Did they win the Conference League? There we go. They won the Conference League. Now, very disappointing. Evan Ferguson, what's he? Let's give him a quick scout because he wouldn't be a bad player to have a look. Right. Back to our squad then. If we have a look at selection info, we'll go with goals. So Welper got 23 goals. Full crew got 22. Luke was there with 7 from his 4 starts, 28 subs. And Calvert-Lewin didn't really play. So it really was Welper and full crew. So Welper has not come along as much as I'd liked. That's disappointing. Assist-wise then, we saw Basaka and Malacia, and then Andy Irving's on loan. Forsu and Ward-Prowse played a number of games. He's still here then. He's wanted by Bournemouth this time. And average rating-wise, it's a lot better this year than it was last, that's for certain. So Mark Gahey. Did I mention Mark Gahey? Perhaps I didn't mention him. Did he? Oh, there we go. Must apologise about that. Mark Gahey, we signed him on Crystal Palace before the season ticked round, so we didn't see him there. We do see that we managed to sell David Calabra mid-season for 27.5 million. Oh, and Thiago Almeida. A big old profit. He played 12 times. Well, that wasn't too bad. There's a bit of a profit there, but not ideal. Who's Ollie Scarles? A youngster. Rightio. So there we have it. I might have to give up on Welper. Lorenzo Luca. I've always liked him, and he's a big man. He's 6'7", so it might be that we just aim for him going forwards. But there we have it. It was a much improved season. We have a £54 million wage budget. Transfer budget with about 100,000 a week in wages. So all in all, we could probably go again and have a good old fun time. Let's have a look at some of the youngsters. Chevalier, how's he getting on? He's just a 3-star. He does look like he's improved a bit. Perhaps he hasn't. No real improvement at all there. That's disappointing. Pietro Camuso. And progress for him, attribute-wise, all-time positioning has gone up a little bit. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. They really haven't improved a great deal, have they? Amari Forson. Has he had any improvement? No. That's the disappointing part. Hey ho, never mind. Mason Mount in on loan. Optional, yeah. There's no chance we're paying that. In actual fact, we can't terminate loan. Right. There we go. It's a step in the right direction. So we now need to spend our 50-odd million, perhaps trim the squad a little bit. If we have a look at dynamics, I'm sure there's going to be players. Yeah. Calvert-Lewin and Todibo both wanted to play more games, as does Kang-In Lee. The formation we had was a 5-2-1-2, and it didn't do too badly. The question is, do we go more for wide players? Sudakov didn't play too badly, did he? I was hoping for him. There's a lack of rotation, which is disappointing. Plenty to ponder. Right. We'll see you at the end of the summer. Another summer has been completed and we are 1.5 million in debt. We are struggling. The transfer debt isn't the main reason for it. It's only 135 million, similar to last year. Projections aren't great. Sponsorship, we need the commercial department to actually pull their finger out. We can see the scouting budget has a huge amount in it. It's basically all the remaining transfer budget dumped in there just so the director of football can't spend it. And talking of spending, we have been spending. It started at the back end of last year. Alex Scott came in from Bournemouth. He's a 21-year-old, one-capped England international, and can play anywhere in the middle three positions. Jonathan Akone is a sort of a backup player, can play on either wing, got plenty of pace, and has come in for 21 million. And the start of the sales, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was the first man out at 28 million. We go on to this year, and we brought in 4 other players. Hassan Udrago, he's a play anywhere midfield, youngster, 19, German, came in from Leipzig and has bags of potential. Michael Kayode is a right back. He's 21-year-old Italian. He came in from Brentford just because we didn't have another right back. Chris Rigg is a play anywhere in the central midfield, youngster. He's now 18. He's coming from Sunderland, and we've got high hopes for him. And then my star, or second star midfield purchase was Matthias Braunauder, a defensive midfielder, and he really sits at the base of the midfield and hopefully will tidy everything up. We have got rid of a number of players. It's not a great deal, only 58 million quid's worth, but Jean-Claire Todibo went out to Saudi for 33 million. Guido Rodriguez is out on loan to Benfica. There is a huge optional fee there. Freddie Potts is out to Leyton Orient. Naef Nygaard is out again, another optional. Nelson Wiper out to Spain, another optional, that's quite low. Saran Somerville, another optional there. Andy Irving did go to Saudi Arabia for 18 million. A couple of youngsters, and then James Ward-Prowse. I've tried to sell him about 4 times. He rejected everything, but finally the Saudis came in and took him. And he's lowered his wage demands to 72,000 a week. He was on 100. Right, this year we are in Europa League. We enter in the group phase. We've also got the third round, the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. And the league, we are 9th place, 50-1 with the bookies. Our best player is, if we scroll down, Mark Gahey, and our next best is Alex Scott. So a long way down the list, but fingers crossed we can nip into the top 5. Perhaps if we don't do that, we win the Europa League, and we'll see how we get on. Right, that's me. It's time to click next and see exactly how we get on. So we'll see you next summer. Another summer beckons, and how do we do? Well, we can see there we finished 10th in the Premier League. So we qualified for the Europa League, though. Disappointing that it was a 10th place finish, but I'm not surprised because I didn't think the squad was going to be quite strong enough. Our top goal scorer, Lorenzo Luca, with 14. Full crew got 11, so we're struggling up top, so we definitely need a striker. What else happened then? Any average ratings? Sudakov, 7.19 was our star man there. Assist-wise, Sudakov again, 8. That's a long way down. Kylian Mbappe's at Man City. How absolutely ridiculous. Mbappe's at City with Haaland, and they still lost to Liverpool. Right, competitions then. Whoa! How about this then? We have a nice shiny trophy. It's the FA Cup. Knocked out in the semi-final by Lazio in the Europa League. Knocked out in the quarter-final by Liverpool. 4-0 at home. So we won away and lost 4-0 at home. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's have a look at the squad. Selection. Goals. We had 27 from Full Crew, 23 from Luca, 15 for Forsen. Kang had 10, 14 assists from Sudakov and Akone. So I just think the squad isn't quite big enough. 57 games, is that how many we played? 58 all through. Goalkeeper, where are you? 62. 62 games. That's an awful lot of games for a squad this small. 21 players. So I was thinking I just need to get 2 or 3 youngsters in. And I found Darvish. And then I ran out of money before I could sign Darvish. So, we've got a nice healthy 65 million in the transfer budget, 77. So we're back in the black. And did we do any January transfers? Lewis Orford went out on a permanent, and Ezra Mayers went on loan. So, and Finley Herrick. So some youngsters went out, and we didn't buy anyone else. How did he get on? Oh dear, he's dropped down. Only played, it's 14 in Europa. So he did play a lot, but he's gone from a 4-star to a 3-star player. Right, there we go. I now have a big summer ahead to try and get us back up that league. If we have a look at the season preview, we're 9th at 50 to 1. The season hasn't clocked round yet, so as soon as it clocks round, we should start seeing some improvement. Well, we'll see where we are with the bookies and all that. But all in all, it's a fairly successful season. Semi-final of the Europa League and an FA Cup win, so it's progress. 1 or 2 big star players, and we can get somewhere. So we'll see you just before we start the season. Okay, the 4th summer window is about to close. The 4th season is about to start. We are on the day of our first game, league game that is. We've already played the Community Shield and lost to Liverpool, and you can see that some Premier League games have taken place already. But let's get straight into things. Finance, we're 32 million in the red. We've got 32 million in the budget. We're over our wage budget. We have spent, and we have spent big. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. 391 million. I miscalculated. I thought this was season 5. I'll be brutally honest. That's what I thought. And yeah. Hey ho, we've got another summer. Right, outs. We'll go outs first. We'll start here. We started with Joachim Andersen. He left to Brighton for 35 million, rising 44. Kian Curtis, a youngster, has also gone out. Aaron Wan-Bissaka went to Saudi for 48 million. Terrell Malacia has also gone to Saudi for another 58 million. Kone has gone on loan to Saint Etienne. Lorenzo Luca joined Wolves for 35. We finally got rid of Agard to Ajax for 18.5 million. Somerville went to Freiburg for 19 million. And then we got some loan fees for a number of players that did go out on loan. And we started big and we carried on. We bought Noah Darvish. So David Sullivan, when I had a chat to him, he says, why do we want to buy him? This was last summer window. So he had a £64 million release clause, so I just spent that and brought him in. Noah Darvish, he's 19. He's a French-German, I believe. And he's 6'2", can play anywhere in an attacking role and doesn't look too bad. We then followed up with a goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, a world-class goalkeeper. We spent big money on him as well. We followed that up with a freebie for a youngster. Alan Saint-Maximin is coming from Saudi Arabia to be our left winger. Frank Kesey's in as our ball-winning midfielder. Zabrani, a young-gish centre-back, years of experience with Bournemouth, so brought him in. Noni Madueke was a make weight. We just wanted an extra wingers. Then Castello Luquiba has come in. He's a superb French central defender. We've signed him for 95 million from Leipzig. We followed that with Endrick. Yes, we went to Real Madrid. We bought Endrick. Yes, we are massive. 110 million we spent on him. We've then signed Victor Christensen as a left winger, and then we signed this young Spanish right-sided player, Janelu. He came in from Sevilla for 63 million, and then we just had some extra budget, so we bought a young English left back just to balance things out a bit. We did let Chevalier go out on loan to St Etienne. There is a optional future fee, which is where we got all our money from. Several optionals, and quite pleased with the business we did. As we went through, we started 11th, I think, with the bookies. We've now moved up to 7th at 25s, so quite happy with that. Luquiba there in the top of the list of key players, and Frank Kesey's right up there with him as well. So, I don't think we've done too badly this summer. Luquiba is actually in the Dream 11 as well. He's been in there since he signed, so I'm fairly hopeful we could have quite a decent season. As you can see from the competitions, we're in the Europa League because we won the FA Cup, and I think things are good. So we've certainly got some decent looking players now, and we've changed the formation. We've gone to the asymmetrical. I wanted an attacking midfielder, I wanted a central midfielder, and I wanted a defensive midfielder, and this formation sort of allows me to play that. That is the reason we've gone for that, and I've not set anyone to be locked in and available to play all season. So it's entirely up to my assistant manager. So fingers crossed, this is the season we break into the Champions League. We win in Europe in the Conference League, not Conference, the Europa League, and take some glory. And finally put West Ham on the road to glory. We did win the FA Cup last year. Right, I'm going to sim the season, and we'll see you soon. Right, the season's ended, and this is the first screen I've seen. So we've got a profit of 212 million. That suggests we've sold someone. So we'll just go straight into the finances. We've got a £62 million transfer budget, 3.7 in wage budget, 99 million there. There's no massive sponsorship there. Try not to look at that. Projections looking good. What has happened? Right, without further ado, we finished 6th in the Premier League then. So we are in the Champions League, somehow. Okay, Aaron Ramsdale had 16 clean sheets, so that was good. We lost to Liverpool on our last game. Didn't really matter. We were cemented in 6th place. Goals. Anyone? Alex Scott and Noah Darvish both got 11. They're both midfielders. So Endrick doesn't appear there. I wonder whether Endrick's been sold, which is why we've got a massive profit. Right. Oh, hello. We're knocked out in the 4th round by Leeds, knocked out in the 3rd round by Arsenal, but we are now Europa League winners. So we beat Atalanta in the final. In the semi-final, we stuffed Manchester United. Look, 2-0 at their place, 1-1 at home. Quarter-final, we beat Augsburg, 7-4 in aggregate. Round of 16. Salzburg were beaten. We weren't in the playoffs, so in the league phase, we finished 7th. 5 wins, Astana Malmo, Legia, Rapid, and Utrecht. We drew with Sparta, was it Sparta Prague? Yeah. And we lost to Shakhtar and Bayer. So Bayer Leverkusen finished 8th. Shakhtar, okay, it's not too bad. But yeah, that's quite decent. Endrick got 13 goals, look. Ramsdale 8 clean sheets, so we're all good there. So that's how we managed to get into the Champions League, then we qualified via the Europa League. Right, transfers. Did we sell anyone? We just sent some players out on loan. So we didn't sell anyone. We brought in Brennan Johnson on loan. My director of football was trying to sign midfielders left, right, and centre. Right, let's have a look at the squad. We'll go selection info and we'll look at goals first. Endrick, 24 goals. Let's have a look at Endrick now. Yes, he's improved massively. He's now a leading Premier Division player. 24 goals, 3 assists. Not great there, but Noah Darvish, 20 goals, 12 assists. Not too bad at all. Alex Scott, 14 goals, 4 assists. Sam Maximan, 7 goals, 9 assists. Wanalu, 5 goals, 12 assists. We've got 8 assists from Sudakov in midfield. Average ratings then. Omari Forson, he didn't play too many, but 7-2-1. Lewis Gilham, some substitute appearances, didn't do too badly. Noah Darvish was our main man. Stick it in your pipe and smoke it, Mr. Sullivan. Oh, we don't need him. Yeah, look at him. He's come in. He's done the business. He's been brilliant, and he's got 5 caps now for France. Yeah. Oh, we don't need him. Yeah, you can see why West Ham are struggling so much, can't you? So there we go. Dynamics. What have we got? Frank Kessie wants to start more games. He hardly started any. What's going on there? He got 31 appearances across the season in the league. Is he actually on the list? He is. Is he on the list? No. And Victor Christiansen, 12. Okay, there we go. So we've got some unhappy players. They're individuals rather than the team. Everything else is looking good there. So we probably don't want to break too much of this up. If we now go to what the bookies think, 6 and 25. So if we can get another Coyote kind of player, actually Coyote. Wow. He has improved massively. I just took a punt on a 21-year-old from Brentford, and he's just been immense. What has he been playing? Wing back. He has been playing right back. He played a little bit of left back. The Caber's there as well. Wow. There we have it. Right. It hasn't been too bad a season then. So income, let's have a look. What has given us season tickets, 44 million. Sponsorship, 37 million. 41 million in prize money. That's 12 million from Europe. 100,000 in others. Is that a bank loan? No. I wonder what that 100,000 is then. 100,000, 100 million. Not seeing anything major there. So, wow. Somehow we've turned the corner. We've got a shed ton of money and a nice transfer balance. And we're in the Champions League. So, how does that look? We are in 11th with 39.5, equal with Everton. Some way behind the big three, look. And then Chelsea and Spurs there. But right, all in all, that wasn't a bad full season. We're in the Champions League in our final season. Let's see how we can get on. Right, I'll get some transfers done and we'll see you for the start of the season. And just like that, the disappointment is there. The season is about to end. The holiday is about to come to an end. And unfortunately, I have had a nose as it's flicked through. We didn't get any cups. Probably didn't even qualify for Europe. It was a poor season. But we're almost there now. And we'll get exactly what happened. Come on then, let's tick over to the 1st of June. So we can see there's 187 million in the bank. So that's quite nice. FFP's all covered. Sponsorship. No huge sponsorship. Look at the transfer debt. That's well down now. A profit of 455 million. What? How are they making 455 million? TV revenue in. Is there anything massive? Players sold 439 million last year. So there's nothing really major there to suggest why there's so much money. Look at the projections. Something has really gone on there. So Noah Darvish is now captain. So the captain and vice captain are no longer there. So let's go straight into transfers and have a look. Right. Mark Gahey went before I even finished the window. 41 million. Then Hendrick has gone for 70. He's gone out on loan. Nobody else has been brought in. So that really didn't help that we lost Hendrick in January. We played 22 times, 11 goals. That left a big hole in the squad. Right, let's have a look at the competitions then. It was Champions League, knocked out the round of 16 by Chelsea. So, did win 2 cups. Look, the UEFA Super Cup beat Barcelona on penalties. And then in the SAM, beat Internacional 2-1. So, there was a couple of trophies in it. Knocked out in the 4th round by Spurs, knocked in the 5th round by Everton. So, we're clean swept by English sides in the cup competitions. And then, there we go. We finished equal on points, 1 goal better off than Chelsea in the Conference League. Newcastle, does that mean they won the whatever it's called, either the Champions League or the Europa League? They must have won the Europa League. Look, they did. They beat Marseille, so they get in that way. So 5 in the Champions League, 3 in the Europa. Does that mean Everton won the FA Cup? No, they won the Conference League. Wow. Okay, so there's lots of English teams in Europe next year. But very disappointing. 10 defeats. Who have we lost to? Tottenham, Bournemouth, Arsenal twice, Bournemouth twice. Even Bristol City at home. That is a terrible one. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. 9 draws. Who have we drawn against? Man United, Crystal Palace twice, Forest, West Brom, Villa, Chelsea. Right, there we have it. Not exactly the finish I was after. Look at Man City beat West Brom 7-0 on the final day. We lost to Man United. How can you have an early kickoff in the last? Oh, wasn't the last one. Okay, I'll let them off. Right, let's have a look at the squad then and selection. We have goals. Noah Darvish with 16. Angelo with 10. Alan St. Maximin was out on loan. He got 10. Noni Madueke got 9 goals. Assist-wise then, 13 for Koku. He didn't get many penalties then. Wanalu got 12 assists. Darvish with 9. Let's have a look at Darvish. He's not a bad player. He probably took where Cockaloot should have been playing there. So he didn't get the game time. Average rating wise, Darvish was the main man. Again, it's all very poor. Ramsdale didn't do too badly. I am quite disappointed by that. Scavellini, he played a lot, didn't do well. Sudakov played a lot. Let's have a look at appearance wise. So, Coyote, he's still very good indeed. Darvish, Angelo, he was world class. We've made him poorer. Ramsdale, he's dropped down to 3 stars now. Baraldo, as is he. And then Scalvini, he's still a 4-star player. Lukeba, still a 4-star player. Sudakov, no longer is. And Pietro Camuso is still a 3.5-star player. But yeah, quite disappointing. But it still doesn't explain where all this money came from. But look at the transfer budget, 162 million. That is just incredible. Oh, even clauses. They have a clause for Endrick. So you can get another 10 million there. How did Alex Scott do? Should never have sold him, I don't think. But there we have it. That is the West Ham rebuild. If we have a look at the Premier League stages, we can see we finished 8th. 6th was our best, 10th, 6th again, and 10th in the 5 years. So we have top half of the league in each of our 5 seasons. We did, if we have a look at here, we did win European Cup winning that. The Europa League, the Super Cup, we won an FA Cup, we won the Conference. No, we didn't win the Conference League. The SAM. So there we have it, a Europa League, a couple of UEFA competitions, and an FA Cup in our time. One thing I do have to admit is in that first season, my manager got sacked. After 229 days, David Moyes came in, we sacked him off and came back with 4 cup wins. So the SAM, the Super Cup, Europa League and the FA Cup. So that's an awful lot of money we spent to win 2 trophies effectively. It's like 291 million, 524, 227, 372, 192. And we sold 112, 318, 96, 256 and 386. So we did pull back a lot of money, but was it a successful rebuild? I don't know. I'll let you guys let me know. But the overall balance is very healthy. They've got a huge transfer budget. I'm sure if they were to push on now, get a few good players in, who knows what would happen. Right, hopefully you've enjoyed that. As first for me, something like this. I certainly enjoyed it. Right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be FM26, but you never know. All right, until then, ta-ra.